Okay, it's the 10th of September still, and we're doing perpendicular lines. So, two lines are perpendicular if and only if. Let's see, if and only if. Their product is -1. So if the product is -1, that means when you multiply them together, they have to be -1. So how does that happen? Well, you know, like 2/5 times 5/2. Well, when I multiply these guys together, I get 10/10. That's +1, right? So we want the product to be -1. That means one of these has to be negative. So let's say if I start with a slope like this, when you multiply, the other guy has to be opposite and reciprocal. Opposite and reciprocal slope. So we'll write that right here. Let's see. Can we write it all there? Yeah, opposite, and reciprocal slope. So, for two slopes to be perpendicular, they have to be opposite and reciprocal. So, if we look at this one, just for an example, what would be the perpendicular slope? Think about it. Well, if this guy's negative, the other guy has to be positive, and it has to be the reciprocal. So if this is the original slope, then this is the perpendicular. Remember how you did it in geometry, the perpendicular slope. So this little symbol means perpendicular, so we've got the perpendicular slope is the opposite of this one and reciprocal. Okay, what's the slope of the line if it looks like this? Well, remember you have to find the slope of this line and you have to subtract 2x from both sides. So if I subtract 2x here and here, then I get 3y equals -2x plus 4. Divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. Now, the only number I care about is the slope. So I don't care about this, I don't care about this, right? All I care about is the slope. -2/3 is the original slope. So if that's the original slope, then what's the perpendicular slope? That's the question. You probably know already, huh? +3/2, right? It's got to be the opposite of this one, and it has to be the reciprocal. Okay, let's see if we can solve some problems, okay? So let's get rid of this, and we'll get rid of a whole bunch of stuff, and we'll change to another sheet of paper. Here we go. All right, so we know that my clicker. All right, so here we go. We know that if we're trying to get a line perpendicular to this line, we have to find the perpendicular slope, right? So let's zoom in on this just a little bit. We can zoom in again. There we go. So, perpendicular to this. So I need to know what slope is perpendicular to that. Well, look, we know the original slope. The original slope. The original slope is negative 1/2. So the perpendicular slope has to be what? Well, the opposite and reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 1/2 is 2. Negative 1/2. The opposite would be positive 2. So the perpendicular line has a slope of 2. That's what we need to know. Now then, to find the equation, all I have to do is say y minus the point that they give me, and the point they give me has a y value of negative 1. And then, see, we know what the slope is. We have to put 2 right there. And then x minus 3. All right? So the slope goes in the middle. Minus minus means plus, so we don't have to worry about that. So now I know y plus 10 equals 2x minus 6. Wow. So all I have to do is subtract 1. Subtract 1 from both sides. What's the equation? Oh, you tell me. Minus 1 would be negative 7. This is the line that's perpendicular to the original line, and it goes through this dot. Right? Coolness! Let's try it again. Oh, we got a tricky one here. See, I can't do this unless I know the slope. So I have to find the slope, which just means I have to subtract 2x here and here. And so that goes away. I get 6y equals negative 2x plus 1. Divide by 6, divide by 6, divide by 6. Yay! Remember, I don't care about this thing. I don't care about this thing. All I care about is the slope. So, remember that the first thing you have to find is the original slope. Well, the slope of the line that I have right now, this is, remember you have to reduce your fraction. That would be negative 1/3. Negative 1/3. So that means the perpendicular slope, I'll write this so I don't have to spell the word perpendicular, huh? The perpendicular slope has to be the opposite and the reciprocal. So that means it has to be positive 3. Yay! Alright, now we're ready to write the equation. Y minus the number they give me, which is negative 2, equals the slope, 3, times x minus the number they give me, 7. Yay! Okay, y plus 2 equals, let's say 3x minus 21. Yes! Booyah! And then that would be subtract 2 from both sides. Subtract 2 from both sides. So the answer to the question, the line that's perpendicular, y equals 3x minus, and then I subtract 2, so that would be 23. We did it. Yes, we did. Okay, so now you're ready to go do the parallel and perpendicular problems on page 46 and 47.